Hello, everyone. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we're going to take a look at African Tarot. This is a deck by Victoria Eva, and it was published by Brigh Publishings. And Brigh is a small market publisher where you can buy their decks on Etsy as well as on Amazon. So let's take a look at this one. It says, Get your answers with the African Tarot. This deck vibrates with dynamic, rich colors and stylized art that captures the power of African tribal mysticism. Artist Victoria Iva produced 78 incredible cards that will help you navigate your past, present, and future. And you can find Victoria at blackart.victoria on Instagram. And I am very excited to have this out. I have had this here. It was sent over to me for review a little while ago, and I misplaced it. I couldn't find it. And then I found it recently, but wanted to save it to open it up for Black History Month because I knew I was going to be using all decks by Black creators this month and by Black artists. And then also decks that are just Afrocentric. So some of the decks that I have out this month aren't necessarily by Black creators, but they're Afrocentric. But this one is new to me. I haven't looked at it. I have seen walkthroughs of it. So this is going to be like a first impressions light because I have seen walkthroughs of this deck. But I'm very excited to take a look, and I wanted to do some pairings with it. I have one deck for sure that I know I want to pair it with this month, but I wanted to look at some other decks that might pair up with it that I can use for upcoming months, like future months. So it does come with a little guidebook, and the introduction just tells you about tarot, what the major arcana is, what the minor arcana is. So it looks like they've changed the titles. So cups are cups, wands are wands, and they do correspond to water and fire, respectively. Then they've changed pentacles to discs, and they correspond to earth. And they've changed swords to spears, and they correspond to air. Okay. And it's the same as the RWS as far as fire is action, water, emotion, earth is work, and air is thought. It's got a little spread in here, past, present, future, some tips on using the tarot, using reversals, using the booklet to help you with your meanings. And then you get a color image, the meaning, the symbolism, which is telling you what's on the card, and then upright and reverse keywords for the majors. And then let's look at the minors. Okay, for the minors, a smaller image, and you have meaning, symbolism still. It's less writing, but it still says meaning and symbolism, upright and reverse keywords. So it's the same information, but it's just a little bit less writing for the minors. And then the back. Okay, so that's it. And we'll take a closer look at a major and a minor at the end. So the cards look like they have different color borders, and I'm guessing that's by suit. So it looks like the majors have a black border. The wands have a red border. I'm guessing these are cups, spears, which are swords, and discs, which are pentacles. And here are the backs. Oh, pretty. Those are fun. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't know those were the backs. That's kind of what's on the box a little bit, right? But it's almost like a tiger. I like it. Maybe because it matches my background a little bit. All right, so let's take a look. So here we have our fool. He looks like he's dancing down a road, or maybe off, maybe it is off a cliff. He's got 1 foot here and 1 foot there. We have the sun in the background. He's holding a sphere and a little purse. Got the feather in her cap. Here's our magician. I think we have all the elements. I see a cup here or a vessel for water. This looks like the sphere, the wand, and discs. I'm not seeing the disc, but I mean, maybe some of these circular patterns could be considered the disc. I love the way the borders are all different. That's gonna be fun laid out. And it was smart of them to put the it's smart of them to put the black border around to keep it from being too busy when they're next to each other. This high priestess is beautiful with all these blues. I don't see a dark side and a light side of these pillars, but the pillars are there. She is holding a scroll. She is wearing a crown. She does have her moon, and the blue indicates the water. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Here's our Empress. Also, the colors really evoke the energy of the card for me. I'm seeing the greens here and a little bit of red for Venus. She's holding the Venus in her hand. Um, yeah, there's even the blue. So that little bit of water that you get in the Empress card is coming through in the blue pattern on her dress. The warmth for the wheat, I see it in the orange here. So it's almost like a an abstract representation of the symbolism or a color representation of the symbolism. And so we have the emperor here. Yeah. I like that their chest, their nipples are red. So it's almost like eyes watching from their chest area or from their heart chakra. They're wearing a cross. I enjoy this. I enjoy this emperor quite a bit. There's a lot to look at, and I'm excited to spend some time. Look at this Hierophant. Spend some time really diving into this. So the Hierophant is the Taurus card. I am seeing the Taurus here on their at their head. The keys are here. It's very abstract, but it's there. Or maybe I should say it's loosely drawn. It's not necessarily abstract, but it's loosely drawn. Something I don't know. I don't know what to call it. The lovers. I see the wings. The angel is there. I like this. I like the artwork on this. And I like the way that I like the way it's bringing in the colors from the RWS and bringing in the colors from the symbolism. So it's making me focus on color, which sometimes recently I've been using a lot of black and white decks. So bringing that back is feeling good. It's feeling good. Color coming is coming back. You can see from my background. So this is perfect for this time. This is perfect for me bringing this in. So the Hermit. I love the way they've drawn the lantern there. The pathway. It looks like it stops here, or it's almost surrounding them, or maybe they drew this with their staff. I'm not sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars and a moon. Interesting. The world. All three, and the letters are there, but they're, a little strange. The snake is there. The arrows. This is the Justice card. It's at 11 in this deck. So definitely giving, and it does, the deck is it's keeping very close to RWS scenes. So the way the scenes are depicted, I would call this a clone, a redrawn RWS. Well, here it changes just a little bit because we've got no horse here and a lot of skeletons. This one is a little different, but you still have the death with the scythe and the sun coming up in the background. You still have the ship. So there's a lot of things that we still have available here. Temperance. Look at this Temperance card. How cool is that? With the water coming through her arms and down and dancing around. And then the fire in the background becomes these like wings. The colors are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The devil. The people are so small here. So small. This is the cover art on the box, which I don't love because I don't love the tower card. It's not my favorite, but maybe some people might enjoy that. It's definitely giving Mars, giving anger, bursts of fire, craziness, chaos, all that kind of stuff. The star. Yeah, I like this. It not only is it reminding me of the color symbolism, all of the symbology is there, but also something else that's feeling like it's coming in when I see it is the astrology, which I think is something that was added in later, but it is something that I have learned and it, stays with me. So, but it doesn't always come through on every deck, but this one, I feel it pulling through. So I like that about this deck as well. So we have Judgment, and the world. But this is pretty much an RWS clone, just drawn in this artist's style. Very colorful. So it looks like we're going to go backwards. So we're starting with the King of Wands, and we're going to count backwards until the Ace. So here's our Queen. And here's the Knight riding a lion. And the Page of Wands. The Ten of Wands. And the wands all have this sort of brick red border to them. Eight of Wands. The Seven. Six. Riding an elephant into the riding an elephant in. Here's the Five of Wands. So here's the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. Looking out, the Two of Wands. All the symbolism for the RWS is here. So it's definitely a clone. So the coloring is different because it's been redrawn and it's been put into this Yoruba culture. I do believe I heard, it didn't say in the guidebook, but I heard from someone who heard from the artist. So this is secondhand, thirdhand information that the culture that's meant to be represented on these cards is Yoruba. So they've changed the colors to sort of match the culture. And so that in that way, it's a little different from the RWS. And of course, the style is, it's very stylized as far as the artwork goes, but the symbolism is there and the scenes are the same. So yeah, this was going to be really easy to read with Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups, there's the Five of Cups, the Four, but there's no hand, just the cup kind of flying in there. It's the Three, beautiful Three of Cups. Some of these I would love to have on a t-shirt. I would love to have these prints on a shirt. And here's the Ace of Cups. All right, so we're on to the Spears, which is the swords. So here's our King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Love her ring. The Knight of Swords, riding a zebra. Who was the Knight of Cups riding an elephant? Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes. So we had a lion, an elephant, and now a zebra. The Page of Swords, wonderful. I love all the birds in the clouds. Her little skirt. All right, Ten of Swords, the Knight, the Nine. I always say the Knight of Swords for the Nine of Swords. It's the Nine of Swords, not the Knight. Here's the Eight of Swords and the Seven. Six of Swords, really pretty picture. I would like that on a t-shirt too. Five. The Four of Swords. This person almost looks like they're in a grave. This almost looks like it's in the ground, doesn't it? Or like an excavation site, like someone found their bones, like an archaeologist uncovered them in the ground or something. But I guess if you think about the RWS Four of Swords, that soldier does look very inanimate, right? Or like they're in some sort of mausoleum or something. So here's the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords with the white borders for the swords. And then we get into the discs, which are the coins with a green border. And this is like a Christmas green. So Queen, the Knight, and the Page. Very pretty colors. Look at this 10. We have the various ages represented there. Even the little dogs in the corners. I like that a lot. Little houses back in 9. She's even got her bird, but her bird is I don't think that's a peacock. That looks to me to be like a parrot or something. It's very colorful. Here's the 8. Playing the drums. I love that for the 8 of coins. Here's the 7. And the 6. The Five of coins. Again, this is very similar to that four of swords. Where did it go? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going back. I forgot the numbers are backwards. See, again, in the ground. Um, but this one, I don't know, there's this stability happening here, and this one, it's open road, but still interesting. I wonder if it says in the guidebook. There is some, um, it does tell you what you're looking at. So let's look. Four of swords. Okay, the symbolism here is a figure is lying on the ground, yep, with four spears around him. He is at rest and needs to quiet his mind before moving on. Okay. So it's just on the ground, not in a grave or an excavation site, like, or excavation. How do you say that? I don't know. So the five, it says symbolism. A figure is lying on the ground. It says the same. His clothes are worn. You can see his ribs from lack of food. Oh, I didn't even notice that. He is suffering from material difficulty and illness. Poor guy. Oh, that's so sad. You can see his ribs. I didn't even notice it, but you can. His clothes are torn. All right, so here's the four of coins, the three, two, and the ace. So I wanted to see about the horses. Now, the death card didn't have a horse, if we remember, and everyone else who was meant to be riding a horse is riding an animal that you would find in Africa. So no horses. That's also kind of cool and different for an RWS clone, right? So we have for the chariot, we have two zebras, and the Knight of Cups is riding an elephant. The Knight of Swords is riding a zebra. The Knight of Wands is riding it. The Six of Wands, I'm sorry, is riding in on an elephant. The Knight of Wands is riding a lion, and the sun, the little baby in the sun, he's so cute, is riding a zebra. So yeah, I think that's cool. The cards have a very light linen waffling on there. I don't know, you can't see it on the back, maybe on the front. Yeah, you can see it here on the black. And it's very light. You can't really feel it when you touch it, but you can see it. And they are, I would say, they have a little lamination on them. I wouldn't call them glossy or even semi-gloss. They really look matte in the light. I mean, they look matte to my eyes, but because I have the light shining on the table here, they're picking up the lights. So let me see. Let's try and give them a shuffle. Yep, they shuffle like a plasticky linen. So yeah, it's a nice cardstock. It's a nice shuffle. The size on them is typical tarot size. This is a US Games tarot card, same size. Oh, actually, they're just a tiny bit shorter they're a little bit smaller actually than this US Games card. So I don't know if you can see, they're just slightly smaller, which is probably what makes the shuffle so much more comfortable for me. And then because the deck is a little bit thicker than like a Lil Scarabeo deck or something, I would say a regular tarot deck would be about that thick. But because it's maybe just a tiny bit shorter, it's really comfortable to shuffle. This is a oracle size card, and that's the size. Full overhand, nice and smooth. They have a nice coating on them, very waxy and smooth. Yeah. What do we have? That's a Nine of Wands, and I want a major, which has black borders, right? Yeah. So let's read for the High Priestess. All right. So we're gonna read for the High Priestess and the Nine of Wands. Here's the High Priestess if you want to read it for yourself. It says the High Priestess represents the knowledge and enlightenment that we attain through overcoming difficulties. The High Priestess archetype is the second encounter for the Fool, indicating that we must learn about our intuition, how to trust it, and when to seek guidance from others. Symbolism: a learned woman in ceremonial clothing, holding a sacred staff. She holds her arms over her belly, pregnant with knowledge that life is both suffering and joy. At the base is the crescent moon, which symbolizes new beginnings and near endings. Upright, Divination, wisdom from experience, insight, and counseling. Reversed, gossip, bad advice, incomplete knowledge, misinterpretation. And for the Nine of Wands, so I will say that this guidebook, even though the cards were numbered backwards, the guidebook is numbered 1 to 10, not 10 to 1. So it's easy to find things. So it says 9, meaning you have a duty to uphold. Others look to you as a role model. Symbolism, a figure stands in front of 8 staffs while holding the ninth. He represents duty and leadership. He will not fail you. Upright, loyalty and discipline. Reversed, disloyalty and stubbornness. Okay. So that's the guidebook and what kinds of how that reads. And let's look at some pairings because I have 6 decks here, one of which I definitely want to use with it this month, and another 5 that I'm curious about. So let's look at some pairings. Okay, so The Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle by Abiola Abrams is the one that I definitely wanted to try to use this with this month. I think these are going to go really well together because of the colors. Um, Also, the fact that this one has this parchment border is going to help with the busy of it all because these cards are very busy. But the artist was really smart to put the border around it. Not only does that give an opportunity for color coding without having to change the backgrounds and color code the backgrounds, and then that leaves the backgrounds and the clothing and everything open for other symbolic colors, but also it makes space between the images to help with concentration for me. I think the art style very different, but the colors look great, and I don't know, I like the vibe. So we have the Star and the Hierophant with inspired action, Root of Earth. Page of Cups with the Nine of Spears or the Nine of Swords, and Father of Water, balance and harmony. So now this one would be like a King of Water. So it would be like a third tarot card in the reading. And this deck has Ace and Quartz and some majors, or maybe all the majors. I can't remember. So it's the Four of Coins and the Six of Coins with Creature of Water, which is, I think, the Knight of Cups, creative expression. The creatures, I think, are the knights, maybe the pages, I can't remember. So here we have the Star, which is one of the majors, with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. I like this a lot, and I'm definitely going to be using this month. If you want to see these two in action, check my Instagram, because that's where I'm using the decks regularly. So when I use my decks, I post them there. The Four Agreements Oracle cards or inspiration cards. This is a book I read recently and then found out that Hay House had a deck. This is an older Hay House deck, one of these two-sided decks where you have like messages on one side and then messages on the other side. But I love this deck, and I can't believe that I never knew it existed, but I'm glad I have it now. And I think that these could be fun as well. They also have different color borders, and this is a very grounded, grounded deck. All right, so we have the 10 of Cups and the King of Swords with be impeccable with your word, enjoy heaven on earth. This says the Magician with the Emperor, and then we have, so there are different suits. This one is don't take anything personally for the suit. And then the message is everyone lives in their own dream with the Magician and the Emperor. And here, all people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one we live in. Okay. And then assume nothing with the Ace of Coins and the Queen of Swords. Okay. Be yourself around others with the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And one more. I think this is going to be great for daily pulls as well. Ace of Cups, love and respect yourself with the Tower. And it says, don't take anything personally. Let's see what it says on the back. You are never responsible for the actions of others, but you are responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift if they walk away from you. You may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. And here we have the destruction of whatever that relationship was and the healing. This is lovely. I like this. I think these are going to read well together. So that is the, what is this called? The Four Agreements. The Four Agreements Inspiration stack. This one. What do we think? Black edge? I think a black edge. What do you think? Let me know. It definitely needs to be edged though, because I don't like this white edge on here. Because the backs have such rich colors, and so do the fronts. So I definitely want to. I'm thinking a black edge. All right, I have a couple more decks. So let's try it with the liminal forest. Now, I don't know about this one. It is very natural. It's forest, but this is American forest. And I don't know. I wanted something that was a little bit natural. And this is the one that came to mind. I have lots of animal decks, but for some reason this is the one that popped in my head. So let's see. We've got Safe Harbor with the Eight of Discs and Justice. We've got the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups with Perfection. Okay. The Seven of Swords with the Empress and Shell. I think that this is a little busy for me. The borders here help, but I think I almost want a border here as well for this, just because this deck is so busy. I want to try. I have a couple others here, but let's just try a few more. Temperance with the Page of Cups and Projection. And Cycles with the Page of Coins and the Four of Spears, or the Four of Swords. All right. Another one I pulled out was the Wild Dreams Animal Oracle. And now that I looked at the Liminal Forest, I'm thinking this is probably going to be the one I like better, because the backgrounds, it doesn't have a border, but it's less busy than the Liminal Forest. It's collage-y. I don't know if I think these are drawn. I don't think they're collage, but I don't know. It's calmer. So let's see how this one is going to go. So we have Don't Worry, Be Happy. Hang on, let's pull these out. Don't Worry, Be Happy with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And look, a little froggy in the water. The water animal there. And if this one doesn't work, I have one other one. I didn't pull it out, but I'm going to pull it out and we can try it. So this is the Two of Coins with the Hermit and the Rabbit. Be your own good luck charm. Okay. The Fox, Follow Your Cleverness with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Cups. And the Bat, the more you love the mystery, the more it reveals its secrets, with the Eight of Spears or the Eight of Swords and the Four of Coins. Ooh, look at the Devil with the Bat. The Devil and Judgment and the Bat. That's interesting. All right, one more. Gorilla with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Spears. Take the lead as the gentle giant you are. Oh, look at the kitty. Stop trying so hard. You're already perfect with the Ten of Wands and the Tower. Aw. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like this. I don't know why. Nothing about it really goes together, but I like it. I don't know. It's giving me good vibes. Maybe because I like both decks. Let's try that other one that's on my mind. I'm determined to find an animal deck to go with these cards. I don't know why, but I want an animal deck. Okay, so this is the familiar field oracle. Very nice, easy to use. Animal deck has 3 keywords, pretty pictures. It has borders. Let's see. So we've got the Two of Wands with the Page of Swords and Strength, Authority, and Courage. Okay. This one feels like it's going to be like a very like boom, boom, boom kind of reading. Five of Wands, Six of Discs, skill, expansion, chaos, you know, ingenuity, disguise, and resourcefulness with this raccoon and the Nine of Coins and the Queen of Wands. I don't know about this one either. I don't know. I mean, it's nice and calm, and but I don't like this either. I don't know. I'm gonna keep working on trying to find an animal deck. I'll keep working on this little project here. Although I did kind of like Wild Dreams. But I do have a couple other decks. I have two others sitting here that I wanted to try. So let's try those. The Sylvan-Kind Oracle by Greg White. He actually has a tarot out that's coming out with a second edition. I don't know. I like it. That deck is one that I keep looking at thinking, oh, I really like this deck, and then I don't get it. So I don't know what's going to happen with the second edition. But yeah, all right. So we have the Three of Coins and the Four of Cups with guidance. Three of Coins. Three of Coins with guidance and the Four of Cups. Okay. Sorry, I had to stop to think. The King of Swords with responsibility and the Knight of Swords. Okay. I like this. I think I like this one the best. It's not an animal deck per se, but it's definitely a nature deck, and I like this. This feels like it wants to play together. And the colors complement each other. I don't know. There's something about this world and this that just feel. I don't know. They feel like they want to. They want to talk to each other. So this is the Eight of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune, okay, and resistance. So the Eight of Cups is walking into resistance, um, walking through all of this resistance to get to the shift. Hanged Man with acquisition and the sun. Ooh, look at the owl there in their face. Oh, I don't know if it'll focus, but there's an owl here. Tenderness with the Magician and the King of Coins. And then one more. Page of Wands with the 10 of Coins and Independence. Yeah, I like this one. I think this is aside from the Secrets of the Ancestors, this is probably my other favorite so far. Let's try one more. I'm curious to see if this is going to go. This is the Citadel Oracle deck. This is a new deck to me, and I've been using it a lot, and I think I want to try it with all the things. So I wanted to try it with this too. So let's pull these out. All right, so we have the Five of Discs or the Five of Coins, the the 10 of Swords with determination and certainty, the Sentinel. And this says Amor Fati. Amor is love. What is Fati? I wonder. I haven't looked in the guidebook for this yet. I've been using it pretty regularly, but I haven't even once opened the guidebook. I bet you it'll tell me what those words means in there. Determination and sacrifice, the Queen, with the Four of Wands and the Knight of Discs. This is cool, and it's slow. It helps with all the different colors as well, because it's just black and white in this like bronze color and a little bit of red. This gold, this burnt orange foil, and this has the same colors, so they complement each other in that way. It feels very, very warm, very fiery, both of them. So yeah, this is kind of fun. It's given a little bit of whimsy to it. I mean, the deck is already pretty whimsical with the art style, but I don't know. Now I feel like I'm in a fantasy world or in some sort of not a video game, but like in a fantasy, like in a fantasy movie or something, a sci-fi movie. It's fun. This is fun. I like this pairing. I like this pairing a lot. So far, three really like. I liked the Secrets of the Ancestors. I really like this one, which is the Citadel, and the Sylvan Kind. So that's three. That's good. That's good. If you guys know any other decks that pair well with this, let me know in the comments below. All right, that's it. Those are my thoughts on the African Tarot by Brigh. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think, look at that. It's really pretty laid out too. This is a fun, energetic, fiery little deck with really pretty artwork. And if you like borders, like if you don't mind borders, because I know some people don't like borders. If you don't like borders, this one's not going to be for you. There's a lot of border. I like borders, especially on busy decks, because I feel like it helps break it up. And I like the fact that they use these borders to color code the suits. So that means that when I lay them out, I can see exactly what I'm looking at in a spread, how many of what, and all of that. And if I'm doing a bigger spread, like a 9 card or something, I could see the colors really quickly, and the suits, the elements is really what I'm looking for that if I'm like doing a 9 card spread. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on this one. The card stock is really nice. Shuffle's really nice. Yeah, no complaints. This is a wonderful RWS clone. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you. There will be links in the description box below where you can pick up this deck and anything else that you saw here today. Unless something is out of print, I will put the links in the description box below. If it's available on Amazon, it'll be an Amazon affiliate link. If you do decide to buy from Amazon, I really appreciate it when you guys use those links. It really helps me out, and it doesn't cost you anything. So I thank you for using them if you are out there using them. I know some of you are. I have seen, I got a deck recently from you guys using those links. So thank you to you guys. And until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.